Jasmyne and Vince.
The JasVynce Show.
The JasVynce Show.
What is happening? Welcome back. We are here once again for a brand new episode of The JasVynce Show. What's happening, y'all? What's happening? It's Vince.
Jazz.
And of course, we're talking about Married at First Sight episode
5
of season
14.
Yes. It's not a sure thing because they're on honeymoon, so sure. Yeah, anywho, okay. 5 couples woke up in Puerto Rico to start learning more about the strangers they just married. We got to see the couples on their honeymoon. Obviously, they got to ride the catamaran. We was excited about
We love a good catamaran.
A good catamaran every once in a while. Ignore that we're annoying saying it like that. Jazz thinks the music has gotten way better this season.
Oh my gosh, they used to have horrible music. I don't know where they were getting it from, but now it's like at least they have instrumentals that sound pretty good. Yep. Yeah, it's much better this season.
I thought it was all right. Also, what else did we have? We had some people. Ooh, we're gonna talk more about the couple. You want to just get into the couples?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get into it.
Who's lucky number 1?
Let's start with Lindsay and Mark. Let's start with Lindsay and Mark first. How about them? We did get to see a good amount of. I don't even know what
conflict.
Yeah, conflict.
Is that the word?
Yeah, conflict through the episode. Yeah, but a good amount of them being a nice couple. I guess we got to see them doing their thing.
We talking about Lindsay and Mark.
Lindsay and Mark, Mr. and Mrs. MTS.
I can see how they click, but it's kind of like everything could be perfect except for this major red flag. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I appreciate the fact that Mark is at least aware of what's happening, but it's kind of hard for him not to be aware because it's one thing to have like discord or conflict within your relationship. Like if it was her just getting into it with him, right? But she's getting into it with everybody. Okay. So it's kind of like he's like trying to over accommodate for like, oh, I apologize for my wife or all this other stuff. Like, so he's having to play the diplomat here. Okay, all right. When he should be focused on enjoying his honeymoon, but she's kind of forced him into that role. I thought it was interesting when she was talking when they had the pina colada thing. They were learning how to do.
Shout out to Mark and his pina colada skills.
His little pina colada dance, yeah. So she said, "Yeah, I feel like he always wants to take care of other people, and I want to make sure that he's not losing himself in this relationship." And I'm like, you're forcing him to take care of you like he does everybody else.
Lindsay seems to be in denial about a few things.
She's oblivious. I'm like, you're literally, if you want him to focus on himself and get what he needs out of the relationship, your drunkenness and foolishness is taking away from that part of the relationship. I don't know if it's just drunk. I don't know if it's drunkenness. She's also a victim. Like, dang. Well, I don't know. We should not have started with this couple.
That's what I'm saying. That's who they showed first. So we got to see them in love. We got to see her goofy little, her little chuckle when they asked if she consummated the marriage. Which was hilarious because she did that a couple other times throughout the episode. But it's nice to see that, they're falling in. They're enjoying each other. Because later on we did see... after, and we'll talk about the couples as a group after we do everybody. How about that? Because, you know what I'm saying? It was, so Mark hears from Steve, who we'll talk about, how Noy feels about Steve and stuff like that. So Mark is like, oh, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if, I'm ready for all that.
Why are y'all getting married if you're not ready for somebody to fall in love with
That's a theme as well in this episode.
To not be vulnerable and not communicate effectively. Yeah. Why? All of y'all 30 plus. For the most part, like, what is the point?
Mark is 35.
Steve is 38. Why are the oldest guys being weird? I understand Mark.
Guys are weird.
Mark wanting to pull back.
Guys are weird.
And telling Lindsay that he wanted to pull back, and she basically like went off on him. Like I was done when she said, "Well, if you want to pull back, I could pull all the way back." And then she was like, "Well, since you want to pull back, stop farting, stop taking dumps with the door open." I was like, "Damn, she went in on
Flush the toilet, leave it." You know what I'm saying? It's it wasn't the best time to. Again, we'll talk about why he was influenced by Steve, but he definitely was like, "Yeah, I just want to make sure we not getting." Too crazy out here with the L word and stuff, because her smile and her laugh. But yes, we'll get into that. Anything else about Lindsay and Mark? It just seems like she's going to be a problem. And Jazz thinks there's going to be a fight this season.
I swear somebody laying hands this season. I know it. And I'm not talking about laying hands like church, okay? So, yeah. Katina is going to beat Lindsay up before the end of this
season. We will see. Let's move on to the next couple. Very, very interesting story here. Jasmina and Michael. The first thing we see from them is him saying something along the lines of, I feel like we could have progressed more if,
He sounds stupid.
If we were both putting 100% into this. And, so basically he woke up overthinking. She had crust in eyes, still was wearing the hair
She
wrap.
was asleep. I'm like, you just gave me some fruit for breakfast, sir. Like, don't start asking me stuff.
Yeah.
And it's day 3. Like, how much more could you progress? Y'all sleeping in the bed together. You guys have kissed. When they were on the boat, she was like touching him like right
on
here.
The inner thigh area. Come on, shorts.
She clearly likes you. Like, you only do that when that's your man, okay?
Or your woman.
Yeah, okay. But anyway, she's clearly, it's day 3, bro. Like, what are you expecting on day 3? Like, at least you're not Chris and Alyssa. I think that he's overthinking it, and Jasmina is kind of like me. That's a turn off.
Okay.
Like, you have to live in the moment. Like, you overthink a lot of stuff, but you also try to live in the moment more than you overthink.
Peace of mind is mine.
Yes. That's annoying when you're trying to get to know somebody, because that would explain why he's dated and not had so many serious relationships. Because women don't like that.
You don't give him a chance to get serious.
When you overanalyze everything and then you want to talk about it. Overanalyze to yourself, okay? Don't say it's just he seems insecure.
Or ask.
Yeah, he just seems insecure, and it's
begin
not
a conversation. Cute. That's how you have the hard conversations, so you can get past these things. But Jazz also did note that Jasmine and Michael probably honestly have been having the hardest conversations out of any of the couples.
They have been having pretty deep conversations.
Lindsay and Mark gave us a little something towards the end there.
I don't necessarily think that it's beneficial to them. Because they talked about how he's lost a lot of people and why he's so pessimistic and stuff like that.
It's a big
which
thing.
Will make you go one way or the other. But I think that we ain't seen them having no fun. We haven't seen them laughing. Like Noy and Steve are laughing, giggling, having fun, like enjoying
Steve
themselves.
Seems like a fun guy.
But that's how you would fall in love to me. Like having those conversations. And I say it might be Jasmina a little bit too, because she keeps bringing up the fact that his family says that he overthinks. So I think they both overthinking it, and it's killing the relationship. What's really killing the relationship is apparently Michael is raising his voice at Jasmina off camera.
He getting high on the low. He getting low on the high.
Ain't no dude that's 5'4" gonna be yelling at me, okay?
He raising his voice.
Talking disrespectful.
It's not good.
Talking about she cut him off. She did not cut him off on that boat.
So let's get into it, please. I didn't even get to welcome. We just got right into. So we're trying to watch Celebrity Big Brother. We didn't watch the after party. Sorry, y'all. We snitching.
We gonna watch it later.
But yeah. So did she cut him off first?
She didn't cut him off, unless the editing didn't show us. But it looked like he paused. He said, "Yes, we." What did he say? He gestured to her. He touched her and he
turned
went
his head.
This, like he was waiting for her to give input on the conversation.
Exactly, and that's all she did.
And she says, "Oh, I'm a person that likes to wait. I like to have a emotional connection." It seemed like he paused for her to join in conversation. So I don't see the cut off. I don't know if he's delusional in his head. But she said what she said. She not apologizing to you, and I'm here for that. Because why should I be apologizing to you? I'm sorry you felt that way. I thought that was appropriate. Because know how he thought that she cut him off.
She cut him off. She didn't cut him off. She didn't cut him off. I'm joking, y'all. Please, but let us know how you feel about that. And if he was owed an apology. I feel like we getting back to Family Chantel somehow now. It's like you're gonna call me sire, and like it's just all time. What's happening? What's happening? So at one point she says that she doesn't want to be married to him. She doesn't want to be in the same room as him, and I just thought that was, it's unfortunate that he seems to be a little bit I don't know if aggressive is the right word.
I feel like honestly he seems like one of those. Okay, so you saw how the conversation went and he didn't cut her off. He didn't even look she didn't cut him off. He didn't look upset in that scene at all. So he's one of those.
He was chilling. He was very calm.
He's one of those that go home and then cuss you out about the shit later.
I'm very curious.
Those are the ones you need to worry about.
You know, especially with my black men, you know what I'm saying? Mental health is always an issue in these shows. And I'm just curious, like, where my man's at, bro. You need to change the paradigm shift to think more positive about that. Peace of mind is yours. But just in case you were afraid of how this relationship was going to turn out, he accepted her apology. Don't worry. Don't worry. I wish oh no, that was Jasmina. I almost wish that Katina was there so she could make a face, but we'll talk about black women faces. Happy Black History Month, by the way. I got a chance to say that. But do you think that he is actually going to nip that behavior in the bud by the time he gets to Boston?
I think he's gonna need to, if he wants this relationship to work.
Is he serious about that though?
You think he's gonna find another Jasmina? He's not.
He's not. Absolutely not. He's not. Moving along.
Next.
Moving along. The next wonderful couple we have is Steve Jobless, baby. And Noy. Noy and Moy in the house. I didn't take too many notes about them, but they seem to be enjoying themselves. Straight up. Noy said it. Or close to it. She hinted at it.
She said she's falling in love with him. She feels like
she could see herself.
See that. Yeah, I think she played it down to him.
How does Steve feel about that?
He just says, "Thanks for letting me know." I didn't think that was an appropriate reaction. Especially if that's the first time that she's saying it to him. He should have then voiced how he feels. Steve, you are 38 years old and you don't have no job, sir. You need to know how to. You got to bring something to the table. You better know how to communicate.
That's rough. No, I felt it. I understand because it's very early in the process. You know what I'm saying? But his actual response was, "Okay." That was his actual.
Yeah.
He expanded because I guess he realized that he couldn't say. Yeah. He was like, "Bro, you need to give her a little bit."
Yes, give her something.
I just told the producers that I could see myself falling in love.
She was so dramatic. She was.
I need to talk to you. I'm like, damn. He just over there, yo. Like he's just. Is it my turn to go and talk yet? He did not see that coming, admittedly. But he's like, okay. And then he needed to pause for a second. He's like, well, we both have strong feelings. I'm like, all right, nice way to console her, but it's 3 days, yo. It's 3 days. I'm like, Steve.
Yeah, but
it's true. You're absolutely right, but you gotta find a way to.
You can't say that to her, bro. Like you can.
Not like that.
But you clearly like her too, so that would not necessarily be the way that you should react.
I agree.
She know it's been 3 days. Why you pointing out the obvious?
Yo, it's 3 days. It's 3. He said it twice.
But
it's 3 days.
I'm concerned based on that reaction that Noy is not going to get what she needs. Because I think that she's the type of woman that needs emotional validation verbally. So she's very open and communicative about how she feels in the moment.
I'll give her credit for that.
And he doesn't seem to give that back to her. And I feel like a sense of disappointment on her face.
Yeah. It's 3 days.
Same thing when they were in the pool.
Okay.
And she's like, do you like kissing me? Like, when a woman asks that means that we want you to tell us that without us asking.
He said she looked hot, right?
He didn't tell her.
Oh, he told us. Why you tell us, man?
Why are you telling us? Talk to your wife.
Tell your wife. Tell your wife she's hot. You hot, babe.
Thank you.
All right. And your hair look good. Look at the look. All right, anywho. Anything else about Steve and Noy Moy?
No.
38. I keep forgetting he's 38.
Oh,
He's the oldest guy.
He wants to go camping and wake up on the beach and stuff. She said she don't do outdoors. I'm here for that, girl.
Dang it, man. We gotta
Steve, might need to take her glamping.
We gotta make these work. Let us know how you feeling about these couples this season, y'all. How's it looking so far?
I'm very concerned about them.
We're gonna do the ratings today.
Yeah.
Ratings are happening today. Get them ready. Get your ratings ready. All right. Let's move on. All right, we got a couple more couples to go before we get to Big Brother. What? Are we doing Celebrity Big Brother?
Yes, we are.
We're talking about it. So if you're watching, please make sure you know what I'm saying? All right, let's talk about these mofos.
That's not a couple.
I don't even know what this is right now.
Let's talk about the singles now.
Let's talk about the singles. I'll take the singles. Let's discuss the singles. Well, before we even get into it, let's get into it real quick. Hold on. You got
a clip?
I think we got a clip. Do I got a clip today? I got a clip.
I went and saw a psychic.
Was this like just for fun, let's go see what happens, or is this like
She's pinpointed and touched on so many things that are true or that have happened. She said very specific things about features and looks and all these things.
Okay.
And she said to me, I feel very strongly that you're gonna meet your soulmate. And
what did she say he was gonna look like?
She said he had very pretty eyes and he has an eagle tattoo.
The method by which she decides to pick her soulmates is up to her, but it's not something that I subscribe to, so I put no value in it from the start. Beautiful bird, but not a tattoo that I'm looking to get anytime soon.
Sad face.
Great pun though. I enjoyed that. That little joke right there.
I don't like her, son.
She was very straightforward.
That was the nicest she was this whole episode.
That was weird. Her reasoning. Again,
First
I'm glad that he
all,
didn't judge.
If a psychic told me,
I feel like Chris has been very condescending, here and there, but I feel like he's been very nice and respectful towards her.
Yeah.
That we've seen, because apparently he's an asshole. But go ahead, Jazzy. I'm sorry.
If a psychic told you you're gonna marry somebody that has pretty eyes and an eagle tattoo,
I was like, he can have pretty eyes.
You know what? Remember how she wanted that country boy? That's who be having eagle tattoos, okay? Cause, no. Why would you get an eagle tattooed on you? I have so many questions.
Lots of questions, but they did try things. They did what did they do? They tried
paddleboarding.
Paddleboarding. I was like surfing. Paddleboarding. She stayed dry, and he kept falling into the water. She had an issue with that. And watching him scuba dive, which I forgot.
She didn't watch him because she didn't want to be next to him.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
why she was only okay with the paddleboarding.
Then stuff got carried away, so that she's just trying to stay away from him now. And
yeah,
as we can see in the preview for the next episode, but
she's calling him an asshole in the next episode.
It's not looking good. I think. Oh, I didn't screenshot it. We rushing today. I did not. We tweeted. Make sure you following us on Twitter. We ain't shout out the Twitter, nothing. Come on, subscribe, all that. One of my favorite tweets of the evening was us waiting on Chris to realize that Alyssa's actually trash. She's not. Yeah, she gave up already, a long time ago.
She's the trash woman of this season.
Trash woman. You trash woman of the season. I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry. Do I got trash? But I just think it's just crazy. It's not looking good.
I'm really sad for him.
She said
I'm curious how the whole season is gonna go if they're gonna film them separately. I just don't see them moving in together.
Yeah.
And if they do, like I said, I called it before. Yeah. This is gonna be a Neil and Sam situation. She's gonna fully fall in love with him after he's been nice the whole time, and then he's gonna be like, "Yeah, I want a divorce, bro." And she's gonna be embarrassed and crying as she deserves.
We gonna see. She said she's trying to be the bigger person, supposedly. Young,
she kept saying she's a good person. I'm like, you're a good person. Why you have to say it?
I don't know.
She's trash.
I don't know. We will see about that. We will see. But I will say that I don't know if it was right after that scene. She said something or maybe it was right before that, which is what prompted him to ask those questions. I don't know what to say, man. You know, the experts just didn't get it right no matter what, you know?
Yeah, she said the experts failed.
Dang, girl.
I'm like, you don't even know him. How do you know the experts failed? Let's say they failed on the physical tip. That doesn't mean, like, you're not attracted to him, right? That doesn't mean that doesn't have all those qualities. Like, you don't know him.
Basura. Catamaran. No, that's the wrong word.
What?
Charlatan.
Charlatan.
Trash. But she's getting this advice from a psychic.
Right.
I digress. Anything else about
the singles? No.
The singles. All right, that was the last couple, right? That was it?
No, Lajwan and Katina.
Oh man.
Poor little tink.
Let's talk about them.
Lajwan's trash too, though.
I'm glad we saved him for last
night. I'm over him because every time he has the opportunity to talk about him being a slut. I'm sorry for using that word, but that's how I feel.
Gutter snipe.
He says that he's changed and he's not proud of that.
Isaac.
His past, yeah. But the way that he discusses it is as though he's proud of it. Like, he's talking to his boys like, yeah, 28? I had that. I think 30 maybe. I don't know how old he is. But regardless, his words says 28. He's not proud of it. But the way that he talks about it sounds like he's proud of it. Talking about having sex with a mom and a daughter and knew about it.
He was way too proud. He was way too proud to go into detail about that. And I felt it, and I was like, bro, don't.
Just keep that to yourself. Everything does not need to be said.
Barbershop, if you're asked and the right crowd is around, maybe. Don't do that. And all that came about when they were. Well, we'll talk about the couples in a second as well. But yeah, so he's sweaty. First off, apparently.
She don't want to cuddle with him because he's sweaty at night. Ew.
They hit the gym as a couple, which is cute because that's their thing. I don't know if she works out like that.
I don't know.
But
that's his thing.
Yeah. So she was asked to respect his element
and get in the zone.
Stop giving up
and don't quit.
And all these things.
And take it serious. Don't smile.
Obviously, it's about getting your body to look good, and I understand that, and I can see that clearly. He's the guy that has.
This is why women don't never want to work out with a man. Never. It's always a fight.
What can you say? But yeah, there. She said that if she was in her 20s, she probably would have cried. How you feel about that? I was like,
I would have dumped him.
Ain't got no choice. She would have cried and then dumped him, hopefully.
I would not have cried.
But she married. Oh, well, we know you wouldn't have cried.
Why am I cry over a dude that I'm not married to?
There you go.
And then he told the guys that was a test to see if she was going to be a pushover. I did not like that. I did not like it. I'm like, why are you testing your wife instead of just directly communicating?
He was being pretty hard, and I kind of almost felt like he was testing her, like, oh, make sure we could work out together. But it was super, a lot of douchiness in this episode.
So young-minded to me.
But he's the young one.
He's the young one.
He's the young one. All right. Anything else that you want to say about them? Because we're going to talk about.
Let's talk about the couples all together.
Yes, we did get to see the couples in a group, which we haven't had to see in a little bit, or we haven't gotten to see in a little bit. And of course, we're going to get into some ratings in a second. What else did we get to see? We got to see them on the catamaran again. Because we haven't gotten to see the couples in a group because of a little situation, as Mark the Shark called it. They had to separate Lajwan and Katina and Mark and his wife, Lindsay. Of course, they put the black folks in the front of the bus as opposed to the back because it's Black History Month. I'm
pretty sure they got on the bus first.
I have no idea.
Went to the back.
I have no idea why they did it.
Okay,
but they had to keep them completely separated from the front to the back. They had them completely
segregated.
Ooh, see, I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah.
Okay.
Anywho, I think
you're crazy.
Lajwan got right to it. He's like, yo, so who cuddling up in here? Like, let me know. Who's consummated their marriage? I thought he sounded like he wanted be like politically correct or polite in a way, but it was just it was very abrupt.
I hate the question. I hate it, and I know the producers tell them to ask.
They probably do. They probably do.
I hate the question.
They probably asked them, who's gonna ask?
I thought it was interesting that,
and he was probably like, yeah. Let me get that one. Or they probably told him
that they were gonna keep it between them. Steve and Noy, I think, said that.
Maybe.
They were like,
you think they did it?
My wife wants to keep it between us.
You think they did it?
I don't think they have yet.
I don't think so either. But yes, so everybody goes around, I think it was hilarious that Alyssa and Chris, big surprise, folks. We have not. And that's where we got to see Jasmina and Michael get into it, because she cut him off, clearly.
And didn't.
Where I forget what he even said. He was like, I wanted to be respectful, blah, blah, blah. She was just stating her preference, honestly. Yeah. Like, I just, I would like to get to know somebody better. That's it. Who else said something? Did Steve and Noy say anything, or Steve was like...
Steve just like, what happens between me and my wife? We've agreed that it stays between us.
There you go.
And everybody was like, oh, that's respectful. And then Lindsay was like, ha, 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 ha.
Lajwan back to we know what's happening there. Mark kept it pretty cool. I appreciate that.
He didn't say nothing. He was just like...
But she was going in. She was dying laughing.
That's how Mark be looking. He be looking like this.
He a shark. He gotta stay. He gotta stay woke. He gotta, you know what I'm saying? He gotta do his thing. What else happened? Steve and Noy shared their love story with the couples separately, the guys and the girls.
Oh, okay.
Noy was telling the girls, and then he was just like, okay. And Steve was just like, yo, like, I don't know if I'm ready, man.
Why are you getting married?
Why are you getting married?
Why you got that lion tattoo on your chest, Steve?
Ooh, it's not an eagle, though.
It's not.
It's not an
eagle.
He's
not the one.
He's not the one either. All right? Steve, I think, or Lajwan, one of them asked Mark if
Lajwan asked him
if Lindsay's energy would tire him out, and that's how they got into the situation that they were talking about earlier. And he's like, yo, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. And I was kind of waiting for Mark to say that. I feel like he's said it a little bit before, but...
Off bat, he said she has a lot of energy. Off bat.
Being 4 or 5 days into marriage, you can see that fully. And obviously, you just hope that she doesn't get into more situations where...
Right.
But it keeps happening, y'all. Because on the girls' hangout, Lindsay and Katina were sitting directly next to each other, and they started talking about the situation.
That was my favorite part.
They got into it again. She called her so many things. You're a poker. You play victim. You're manipulative.
You skipped over sneaky. The fact that everybody...
You're rude. Go ahead. What else?
My favorite part was...
It's a black woman
was
moment
the black woman conversation that neither one of them said anything, but there was so much communication.
A whole conversation.
Because as soon as Lindsay started talking, Katina was like... and Jasmina went... like... who gonna tell her? Like, I was like, oh, something about to happen. Something about to pop off.
So you did this to yourself.
She's about to go off on her. I could tell because that lay back that she did was like, it was holding her. I know that.
Boy, I'm about to get you, boy.
Whose man?
She had to get it for you. She had to bring it from the back.
Yeah. Like, she was like, so you say you were triggered. First of all, she used several words that you should not be using when you're talking about a black man and talking to his wife at that.
And I was forgetting, not only was that his wife, but she was there. She was a part of it. She was in it. So yeah. It was like, girl, I just finished telling you, boy. Like,
to have a seat.
Come on, man. They had to be separated twice.
She said she was triggered by Lajwan because in the past she had dated someone that when they got drunk was basically belligerent. But I was like, so you're triggered by yourself. You're describing yourself.
You did
Every time you get drunk, you start bugging.
They had to be separated twice.
Yo. I was just like...
Twice. I'm glad Jasmina stepped in and was like, oh, I think you're a good person. She said it like 2 or 3 times. Yeah, but, ease up. You be doing
the most. You be on 100.
The most, girl. The most. And she literally said on 100. Like I don't know how nice and descriptive I can be to you to let you know that you're wildin'. You got to start saying other things or just not saying anything at all.
Yeah.
Please. Pretty please. They got back together as couples and they played a good old game that always is tons of fun on Married at First Sight and any other show.
Any show, it ends up in a fight or
Never
negativity.
Have I ever.
Don't play it, guys.
Or as Lajwan, a.k.a. Isaac, might call it, all right, what kind of nasty shit y'all getting into? Threesomes?
That's what he calls it.
We cheating? What's up? Let me know.
All of it, apparently.
Yo, Lajwan.
But the fact when he said that he had sex with the girl and her mom at different times, everybody on the boat was, babe, where's the monkey? The monkey.
Oh, you need the monkey.
Not that one. This one. The one.
Oh, no, I don't have that monkey. The monkey
was like, yo, like, everybody was like, even Alyssa was engaged. She was like, I have questions. Like, were they together? At the same time? Did they know each other?
But wait, did they know that was her mom and the sister? Did they get there at the same time?
Many questions.
Did they both know that you were going to be? Did they talk about it afterwards? Was therapy involved?
Everybody was like, no, you're not saying that you had. No. Oh, you are saying that. Oh. And all the guys was like,
Sir.
Stop.
We're on our honeymoon.
Yeah, that's not appropriate.
We just met these chicks, bro. What are you doing? Like, yo, that's a super party foul in any setting, bro.
And also, stuff like that be triggering. It be triggering other, like, Lajwan is married to Katina. But suppose, like, Noi got triggered by him saying that, and then Steve got to deal with the BS. Yeah.
It's over. And
nobody getting cheeks.
That's the hardest thing. That's the hardest thing about being on the honeymoon and realizing that another couple's going through some stuff. Like, I almost respect Mark more for, like, I feel like it was partially him that was like, yeah, we need to be in another joint
I'm sure
right away because we need to find a way to enjoy it. I'm sure some other couple has done that in the past too. Like, yeah, we're gonna stay away from the drama. But, bruh, like, you messing it up for a lot of people. You don't even realize just by talking.
Because he thinks it's cool.
That one time, bro, nobody asked you all that, bro.
Unnecessary.
Stop. All right, so forget the never have I ever, because I lost all my fingers. Steve lost all his fingers, too. No, it was not happy about him cheating.
Yeah, but I thought it was like, funny.
We gotta talk about that.
I thought it was so cool how he talked about it with her.
Yeah.
It was very mature, and he's like, oh, so you can cheat, but your husband can't have cheated in the past. I thought that was funny. That cracked me up.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I was like, I didn't even realize that she had cheated too. You know so how she gonna judge him when they both cheated at a young age? Which you live and you learn. If you 30 something and you still cheating like you wasn't at 18, you got a problem.
All right. All this foolishness has gone on long enough. Is there anything else that you wanted to say about these couples before we get into these ratings? Let's get into these ratings, baby. I'm so excited to do our first ratings of the season, folks. Obviously, we do rating 1 out of 10.
Yes, 0 to 10.
There you go. 0 to 10 ratings. Obviously, nobody gets a 10. Because they got to say yes. They both have to say yes on decision day. That's Jasmine's rule. Yep. Obviously 0 or less than 0 sometimes, as some of our subscribers have given. Please feel free. But the ratings are based on obviously the strength and the healthiness of their relationship. And it's a joint rating. They don't get individual ratings.
Yes.
Their level of love, as we like to call it, because everybody can't get that love.
Love is exclusive to
love
us.
That's our thing. That's us. Anywho, so let's talk about Jasmina and Michael. Jasmina and Michael, first ratings. This is week 5, the honeymoon. They've been doing okay.
I'm giving them decent. A 6. I haven't seen them having fun outside of the wedding.
You did say that. 6.
So it looks like next episode they'll be having fun. He's like, I saw the clip. He said, yeah, she's smiling for the first time and enjoying herself since the wedding. That's what I want to see.
That's good, but I feel like they might have had
That's how you fall in love and you stay together.
No, yeah.
If me and you wasn't dying laughing at stupid shit all the time, we would not be together. It's important.
I agree. There you go.
So, yes, they get a 6. What are you giving them?
There you go. I also would like to think that 6 or 6.5-ish
yeah.
is appropriate because obviously they do have some big hurdles to go over. But again, the open communication is something that is very important. And he says that he's willing to work on his flaws. So
we're going to have to call the sisters.
I think. Again, please drop your ratings below in the comments. Let us know how you feeling about these couples right here. Let's get into our next one. Katina and Lajwan.
She said she falling in love because he put those Dollar Tree rose petals
That was sweet, though. I'm glad that she liked that much. I was surprised.
Somebody done did that before for her, I would hope.
Or never.
He ain't do nothing. That was nothing special. I'm sorry. He just said...
Give me a rating.
I'm giving them...
Less than Jasmine and Michael?
No. Because
Equal?
they actually
They're
seem
vibing.
like... Yeah.
They're vibing.
I'm going to give them a 8.
8? Interesting.
Because if you cancel out Lindsay and Mark drama, them together is pretty decent.
Because they wouldn't be as hostile or like on edge, I guess, and they wouldn't have really as much drama.
Besides him trying to test her in the gym, I didn't like that. But other than that, they seem to be communicating well.
Interesting to see that he's a little bit less aggressive than Michael in this episode.
We didn't even see Michael be aggressive. But
we heard. Let's talk about Mark the Shark and Lindsay the Shark. I feel like I would put them
Lindsay
around...
is really dragging them down.
I agree. I would actually put them on around the same level as Katina and Lajwan, but maybe like a 7, because the fact that Lindsay is dragging them down. And now it's known. Katina and Lajwan, they have their differences. Every couple has their differences. But it's like, all right, not only is this a problem for me, clearly you have an issue as well, but everybody else is seeing it. And now... we're going to have to discuss this, and this can't go on any further if you want to stay married.
I can't give them a 7. I wouldn't. The only reason I would give them more than Michael and Jasmina is because they've been intimate. But I felt like they went backwards.
They did.
When he said he wanted to pull back, and she reacted like an asshole. So.
Number.
6.5.
I agree with 6.5. I was hoping you were saying 6.5. 6.5, I agree with it. Let's talk about Noy and Steve.
I'm gonna give them an 8 as well.
I like it.
Besides him not having no job, I haven't seen anything super bad besides him not verbally validating her.
I like it.
So we gonna hope he gonna work on that.
I think that as of right now, they're kind of looking like the strongest couple, just from this episode.
Yeah.
Right? Alyssa and Chris.
The singles? We don't rate singles.
How do we always end up with a marriage in shambles from the honeymoon?
You mean from the wedding?
From the wedding.
I think that's a first, though, now I'm thinking about it. I never seen a marriage completely in
from
shambles
the wedding.
from the
Did they kissed?
Yeah, they kissed.
It's all downhill from there. All downhill from there.
They get
Crazy.
a 0 because they're not a couple.
Crazy. Jazz gives them a 0. Let us know how you feel about these couples in the comments right there. Especially if we missed anything. Because somebody made... Again, we didn't watch the after party. So there might be some stuff revealed. Yeah, which I think is cool. Shout out to that. We'll watch it later. Don't worry. We'll watch it. So we can talk about it in the comments. Somebody said something about Elijah's drawers or something like that one time.
Somebody said he had on dirty drawers. I need to go back and watch that.
I do not need to go back and watch that.
Not the honeymoon. That was a wedding night.
I don't need to see that at all. But yeah, I think that is everything that we wanted to cover. Again, if we missed anything, let us know what your favorite part of the episode was or your least favorite. Of course, make sure you drop those ratings and don't forget to
like, comment, and subscribe.
All the time. But yeah, we'll be back here. Please make sure you're checking out our Mexico trip videos. We're doing travel vlogs out here. You'll probably see that right after this video here. And of course, Celebrity Big Brother is coming up right now. But that's all for a brand new episode of The JasVynce Show. Peace.
Jasmine and Vince.
The JasVynce Show.
The Jazz